Hello everyone and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video we are going to turn a vintage console table into a library table here in the living room area. So I have my urns down on the floor for right now because I just wanted to share this picture of the top part of this console that pushes back. I just decided I wanted a library, even though I have a reading room up in the front of the home, which we will be visiting here again soon. I just wanted to have a library table here in my living room. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so this is a vintage piece that I recently purchased since living in this home, and the top part pushes back here. It could go back even more if I wanted it to, but this is good enough. And I thought, I want a library table. I just want to make a cocoon of goodness. How about that? Right here in this area on the table. So again, I have it pushed back. I will be decorating up front, in the back portion of it. I have my Pier 1 candle columns here on the side. I still have yet to get the candles for those, but we're going to take this step by step. Okay, so I put my urns back on top and placed them over into the corner. And as you can see, one has a sash right here and the other one does not. Now, a couple of you mentioned it and I was like, ooh, good eye. But I couldn't put another sash because I did not have the ribbon. But I do now, so we're going to fix that. So this is the ribbon I purchased from Hobby Lobby. Very inexpensive, $3.99, and this does even come on sale, so it just gets much lower than this. But it's perfect, the perfect sashy ribbon. It doesn't have wire to it. It basically just flows the way you want it to. And here I place the other one on the urn, and then right next to it, I put my antique sewing table boxes. So many of us already know that these small little boxes come off of a old sewing machine, and there's so many different ways to decorate with these, and I will share one way today here in just a moment, but I knew I wanted this piece on the table. So I will keep it over here to the left hand side, and I decided to go with a couple very old books in the green and gold theme of things with the touches of black. I thought it would work perfect in making this library table today. It's all about feelings, not so much how things are looking, but how they're making me feel when making this table. And I just placed them opposite of one another because when I am in the living room, I also have to look on the back side of this console / library table. So it just made sense to turn one the other direction. Now, so what I'm doing is I'm building up my base here. I'm putting down my base pieces. One, the antique sewing box. the urns, because the floral and the berries can change. And now I'm adding this wicker tray that was purchased from Target. I like how it like scallops, it goes down on the sides. And I decided to place that right in the center. So as I'm decorating, I don't know how things are going to go for Christmas, but for fall, I know these base pieces will pretty much stay the same. I have some fresh lavender here. Well, it's freshly cut, but it is now dried, that I decided I want to put inside of one of my berry urns. Just one side. So I have the lavender in there. Lavender's pretty much either you love it or you don't. And I love it. And so I just thought to just put that little bundle there for when I just want to maybe swipe my hand over it and just get a nice scent of lavender. So I have these vintage Charles Dickens books. I love his stories. I love time spent inside of these pages. And I have 4 of them, and they are perfectly aged and weathered. You can tell that the sun really hit the front of these. They're quite a bit faded, but that's perfect. I have 4. I do like to work in odd numbers, so be expecting a change taking place here with these stacks of books. We can never have too many books, especially on a library table. And I decided to add this small iron urn. It is very heavy for being such a small piece, but it has the perfect aged goodness to it. So I placed that down on the right hand side, and as you can see, I'm working on the back portion of the table. Now this is another little base piece that I will be adding, and it's going to go in the front part of the table. And again, it will stay there for fall as well, and maybe even through Christmas. I don't know. Christmas is a different character altogether. So I have a couple urns, and then a wooden sewing box, and a couple different other baskets down below. They all work with each other. They have different colors, different textures, and it's just really going to help hold in all my little special treasures that I just wanted for now. I placed a glass cloche over my small little iron piece over here to the right. I love working with this cloche because it has an oval shape. Like the basket up front. It's very hard for me, anyhow, to find oval shapes in cloches because they're normally round, or even in baskets for that matter. Sometimes the price just tends to go up a little bit more when you get that shape of things going on. So now I want to spend time filling things in a bit. Here I'm just going to share 2 books. This one is by Bunny Williams, An Affair with the House. This woman, she's pretty extraordinary, right? Bunny Williams is, inspiration plus. Here's a couple of the photos on the back that's inside this book. I will make sure to link my in the products list some of these books that you will see on camera today, but this one is absolutely fabulous, as all of her books are. And if you're not familiar with Bunny Williams, you need to become familiar with her because she's fabulous. And then I have this English country book. I have shared both of these books before, but I do have quite a few new subscribers. So I just, I like to revisit things here and there to try to keep everyone up in the now, because not everyone has went back and watched all the other videos I have posted in the past years. So here's the stack of books that I decided to place in the basket for now. Ones that, and these will change, it will be seasonal, but ones that I know right now Bev would love to just really go through the pages of these decorating books. The English country and the Affair with the House. An Affair with the House is just, it's just good all around decorating throughout the year. So those might just stay there. But again, as Christmas comes, we'll see more Christmas books come in. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I'm going to love walking by this table and just grabbing a book and just taking some time to look through things. Okay, so that taper candle holder, that was gifted to me recently from my friend and in California. And then I have a couple other just little glass taper holders here. We can never have too many candles. So I placed it off over here on the left-hand side and put one on top of the books, and there's a few others down in the basket because it's all about putting the items that I love, the many different items, all around in baskets on the table. This is a wonderful piece I love to decorate with. I kind of giggle about this one because on my iPhone, I can just pinch with my finger to see things larger. And sometimes I try to do that on my magazines and in my books. And no, Bev, that's not happening. But with this, yes, I can get really in there and a closer look in my books. So to the left, I did say there was going to be a change because I like to decorate with odds, and I put it on top of the stack of books. And then here, since we have some tapers going, we need matches, and we're all quite mad here. I love this matchbook holder. It is getting kind of empty. I need to fill it back up, but we can do that through Amazon, order matches and place them in. But I will just keep it open a little bit, and I will see if I can find this. And if so, I will link it. But the matchbook is up on top of the antique sewing boxes. Need to keep the matches handy with the candles. So it's all coming together nicely. I have my candle holders, my little magnifier over here, my matches for my candles, just the visual of all these wonderful berries coming out of my urns. And now we're just going to keep filling things up just a little bit more. It's all about getting ready for the fall season. It's going to come quite soon here. But this next coming up week, I've purchased a couple really pretty things. We might even have a painting tutorial coming up soon, a Mackenzie Childs inspired painting tutorial. Here's something else that Bev's heart loves, And that is the chippy goodness, the gold gilding, the old vintage Florentine frames. And I decided, I'm going to place them right here in the basket. Because again, this is all about, making that special, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here, the cocoon of the things that I love, what inspires me, my quiet time for me, because everyone, we all need our own quiet time. Regardless of what it might be. And when I'm at this table, I'm going to have all these many different forms of inspiration surrounding me. Because life gets very busy. I'm a very, very, very busy woman. Okay, so I have just this little sweet bud vase that I will be placing here on the table. It was a fun vintage find from a couple years back, because sometimes I just want to pick that one little flower out of my garden. So I placed it off to the right. And then another thing that I have been into as of late is green, and getting more shades of green, the lighter and the darker. So we will be seeing more vivid colors coming in my home as well. Just touches of them here and there that I'm going to enjoy. Ribbon, I could play with ribbon all day long, sort of like when I see beads hanging in a store. I have to put my hand underneath them and just like scrunch up the beads like if it's hair or something. And I do the same thing with my ribbon. And this week, I've been playing quite a bit with these right here. And I ordered a couple of items that I'm hoping to share this upcoming week that have this beautiful green color. And I just decided to let them just freely flow from the bottom of the sewing box. Again, it's just filling things as I'm decorating, what is making me happy, and how I would love to have a sewing room with just ribbons and fabric just spilling out from drawers and cabinetry. And anyhow, okay, we have Our Hearts Are in England, fabulous book by Victoria. And this is the page that I will be displaying today, and I just don't know for how long, because I will be thumbing through this book soon. I already have a few times, but I will be doing it again. Because, as we start going into fall, I really get into my books more so because the weather is cooling down. So this book will stay open like this right here on my library table at all times, and I love it. Books do not always need to stay closed and stacked on top of one another. It is absolutely okay to open it up and just mingle with all the beautiful photographs on these pages. This is another color I am bringing into my home, and that is, this is like a warm, like a spicy type of tangerine color, right? But I will also have more of a bright orange, that's right, coming in to the home. So I hope you all are ready, because we are about to experience some orange. Okay, this will not stay here. I have to move it, unfortunately. I have vintage alligator footstool, and then this fabulous, it's like almost like a, well, it's a chenille. The fabric on the chair reminds me of the Waverly pattern of things. And the pillow came from Ballard Designs. I will do my best to link things. And then back behind the chair, I do have quite a bit of books there. This piece would be perfect for this area, but it can't stay because it's in my front room, in my reading room up front, my fairy tale room, which huge changes are taking place there. I'm getting ready to share a piece, a Mackenzie Childs inspired. Many years ago, I wasn't on the tube yet, so I didn't have a video of me painting my dining table, nor this other piece I'm about to share. I painted that after my table. It's quite fun. So for now, I'm going to put some more French style, French country type of books down here. I do have a Christmas one I recently purchased in the back. They have this absolutely delicious orange tree in there. Oh my goodness. Love it. Again, be prepared to see quite a bit of orange coming up this year, and maybe some other colors as well. My wheels are turning. I'm like, ooh, creativity season is coming, you know, the fall and the Christmas, and I have so much more space here, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get my fingers into it all and get it placed around the home. But down below here, okay, so again, I would like to get a chair, and I have another alligator footstool that I could use, but I think maybe even a nice bench would look good down here, a velvet one, or a chenille pattern, but definitely a rich look and feel. So what do you think? A bench, or should I go a chair? I mean, they will both work very, very well.